Okay, so we are here early to an estate sale here in town. Up bright and early. I think this is the way to get in. We'll see. Maybe not. I might have gone the wrong way. Let's just loop. Do we go in this way? Oh, nope. Must be in the back. Already there's people inside. Okay.
You coming in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you close the door.
I couldn't quite figure out which way to go in.
Hello.
Hi. There's a hammock. Let's see what size this is. 8. Cute. I like that. Pardon me. Okay. Some of these can sell for really good money. And I saw this on the listing, but like they already have 20 on this one. Although it would sell for pretty good money. Aspen, Phoenix, Ohio. That one's got a chip on it. Chicago. What do they want for Canada? 10? Ooh, this is cute. All right. Pardon me. If I cannot break it. 18. Okay, linen prices, quilts $8, Afghans $5, bed sheets $3, pillowcases and shams $1, tablecloths $2. These go like around on like a Lazy Susan with something in the center, which are missing. That's pretty though. Look at that needle point flapper back there. Wonder what they want on it. She's really pretty. There's another one of these somewhere. Ooh, I like this. Made in Denmark. I don't know what they want on this, but I like it. Okay, lots of little knickknacks in here. $15 for the set of 4. He's cute. mortar and pestle. Doesn't have a price on it, but I might ask what they want on it. Ooh, this is cute and interesting. Is it vintage? Looks like it. Unusual for sure. The movable beads. It's like lucite, I think. Dresses, $5. Coats, $5. Jackets and blazers, $3. Shirts, pants, skirts, $3. Ooh, that's pretty. Wonder if there's any more of those. Enough to make a set, but I like this. Really, I'm gonna have to put the phone down to get it, but I like it. Okay, so I grabbed this guy. He's like a little teapot lamp. Interesting enough with, I think those are gardenias maybe, but interesting enough that I wanted to grab it. So I'm gonna take this over there to the table. Set this stuff here. Do you know what you guys want on both of these?
This one, the sticker kept falling off. We had 8 on it. What you do, like 5 on them? Yeah.
5 on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. Did you say there was a downstairs? There's a basement that's not. Yeah, there's just this level.
Okay, let's go see what they have in this little room. These are interesting. Okay, so I found the other one to this, and I don't remember what the price was on it. It's over there. Okay, so I got both of those. This little wall pocket is pretty, like luminary or lusterware. Cute. I'm gonna go see what they want on these bookends. Okay, so what did you guys want on these duck bookends?
Do 10 for the pair.
10? Would you do less?
What about? What's 7 for the pair?
Okay, I love it. Thank you. Oh, a little trinket shelf. It's pretty. What's this? Made in Japan. Hand painted. That's really interesting, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I'm terrified that something's gonna fall off of the shelf. These are kind of cool. A canister set with a, what is that, pine cones on the front? It's pretty. This is a Le Creuset spoon rest. Okay, what am I missing here? This little lucite thing is interesting. What does that hold? Coasters, maybe? That's kind of a 3D decoupage black. Interesting. Oh. What does that say? It's more modern than I was thinking, but it's pretty. I have one of these listed in the store right now. It's pretty. Okay, I think we're gonna head upstairs and see what else there is. Oh, this little basket's cute. I don't want to move this because I'm afraid that front one will fall forward, but I see a piece of art in the back here. What is that of? Okay. Okay, let's go upstairs. That's cool. Like cruel work, but like a friar monk in the woods. Interesting little scene. Okay. All surfaces cleared and cups taken to kitchen. Trash gone. That must be notes to the estate company. Might go through this for Nolan. Those for Nolan because they were $1 a piece. Trash pack. It's funny. Gosh, if all these pieces were here, that would probably sell for good money. But it's empty. That's funny. That little Yoda basket. Okay. That's empty. A lot of empty boxes. Pardon me. Mr. Sharks. Wonder what that is. Build your own megalodon skeleton. It doesn't look like it's been open, but that doesn't mean anything.
Trying to still figure.
No one would probably like that. Alright. Oh, that had beads in it. Books. Can't see in here. Are going to grab our stuff and head to checkout. I like that mirror. tin. Ryan. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Okay, awesome.
Unless there's another room I didn't know about. Just down the road from the other set, which you really can't beat. So, let's see if you can see what it looks like. So let's go see what we can find. Come on in.
Yeah, we have the house upstairs as well.
Okay. $5. Set a piece.
That's what we thought. And so 125 for both pieces.
Gosh, these are so old. $30. It's not bad.
She worked there for a few years.
That. These are pretty. Sold. Humidifier, mailbox. I did sell the mailbox that I purchased at that last estate sale. I say last, it was months ago, but it did sell this past week. Wow, that's interesting, isn't it? $10. Each of these chairs are $8. They're really nice. And old. I've not seen a cooler that looked like this before. Is it a cooler? Or is it like a caboodle thing? I wonder.
Do they have any flippies? They do, I think, right here.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, it flips across the whole box.
Oh, a hover round. Okay. I think we're gonna head upstairs. Those are pretty. I'm tapping that because I wanted to see what it was made of, if it was actually stone or not. Okay, so I saw this, and even though it's got some like mold piece foxing on it, it's a corn husk basket.
She's gonna come and help you.
I wonder how old it is.
He says they are.
It's only $6. This top is made of like a plastic, so it may not be that old, but it's still really interesting. I wonder, I don't see many solds online, but I also don't see that many listings either. Huh, I've never seen one like that before. Excuse me? Pardon me? Okay. Lots of books, ornaments, Barbies. $12 for this set. I wonder how old that is. I do like that set. And those can sell for pretty good money. What's out here? Lots of cups, mugs. These are good. I wonder if there's another one of these. Hearth and Hand. That's Joanna Gaines brand, and I do sell. I have picked up some of those, and they have sold sporadically over the last couple of months. Remember my grandma used to have plates like this, and they were burned like that, and we used to argue who would get the one that had the roses and who would get the one that had the burn spot. These actually sell for pretty good money. Looks like his eyes are detaching. It's a retro stuff. Over here, $10. They went on this one, 12. I don't see any markings on the bottom. The ones without markings don't sell as well, unless there's something unique about the brand itself. Or the pan itself, I mean. Picked up quite a bit of silverware over the last couple of weeks, so I'm gonna move on to something else. $20 for those Barbies.
Hey, Ryan.
Fig leaf and sage. Oh, that one's been burned. The rocker, they want 40. Twin bed, 50. That's funny. These little doggies. 4. Easter stuff. Oh, these are cute. Little chairs for 25 a piece. I like that little chair. I don't know why. Reminds me of my grandma. Does that have a key? Doesn't have a key? I don't see one. I've been listing a ton and selling a good amount too of the frames that have picked up over the last couple weeks. But I'm a little framed out, to be honest. Simply Southern is a pretty good brand. It sells okay for me. What's this? Boxer Craft. So I may comp this for $4. It's a Walt Disney World jacket, but they want 10. Columbia. Okay, I'm gonna comp this. A fence about this because I'm not 100% sure how vintage these are. From the lid, they do look older. But I saw this. I liked the cat on it, and it's Hocus Pocus. So this will sell for about 15 to 20. So I'm gonna grab that. It's a good time for me to list that. And honestly, Hocus Pocus, if you don't know, during this time of year is a really good keyword for stuff that's kind of creepy, spooky. 15 days of socks. These are cute. Okay. I think that pretty much wraps it up. So, wonder if this is Tupperware. It is. These big ones like this that are hard to find can sell for good money. Doing one last peruse. See what this, ooh, this is glass. I really like that for me. I'm gonna have to comp this. I'm definitely getting it. If it doesn't sell for a ton, I'll keep it for myself because I really like that, but it was a good find. Okay, we're gonna head to checkout. They've got some really cute pieces. This is a fossil watch for $6, but I'm liking this. I think it's interesting. It's not very heavy, but I think somebody's gonna want that.
We can plug it in for you if you want.
So I've already checked out, but I think I'm gonna grab this. So we ran into this yard sale just down the road from the house. So we're gonna check this out and then we're gonna head home. I'm gonna get some listing done, some shipping done, and then Lee is gonna go get some rock. He's finishing up the pond in the backyard today, so I gotta get home and take care of that. Hello. Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Good.
Awesome.
Star Wars mugs. Ooh. Snow globe ornaments. Those are cute. $5 a piece. $10 Pokemon cards for $1. That's cute. Look at this. 3
Made that entirely too complicated.
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay,
I don't know what those go for.
Says 10 Pokemon cards.
I'm gonna let Mom come up with that idea.
You get
New
10. You
Orleans.
get to pick out 10 of these Pokemon cards.
Hey, I don't know one Pokemon card from another. Let my grandkids have them.
Thor? No. Aquaman? Maybe? I don't know. Oh, that's cute. Oh gosh. She's breakable. And I do not want to break her. Betty Boop. Hello. Okay, I think I'm gonna comp those Dragon Ball Z mugs real quick. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of solds from the last week or two that I think are of interest, of note, that you guys have seen me pick up on camera. And so I wanted to try to report back what they actually brought. The kids and I have been under the weather this week, had some really bad chest colds. So I'm sort of playing catch up a little bit. And today's really the first day that I'm kind of not really hoarse and feeling more like myself. So bear with me if it kind of feels like I'm still a little bit hoarse because I do have a chest cold. But so the first thing to sell that was a great sell this week was these Yeezy Boosts. They did take several months to sell and I had them listed high because I wasn't sure what they would go for. I picked these up at a yard sale over the summer and I think I paid $10 or $15 for them. I almost missed out on it and didn't recognize them as Yeezy Boosts. And so I actually ended up going back and knocking on the lady's door and picking these up. So they sold this week. I took a best offer for $201.50. So that was a great sale. Next up is this Nautilus Tiger Stripe shell. I picked this up at one of the weird picker sales that we found not long ago, Lee and I. That's actually where he picked up the pond liner. And I paid $1 for it. It did have a little bit of a chip on the end, so I sold it for a little bit less than they normally go for, but I still took a best offer for this for $25. These two owl planters I actually picked up last week at a sale. You guys saw me at that yard sale with Mom and the kids. She had a whole table of owl stuff, but I picked up these two because I thought they were cute and that they would sell. And sure enough, I listed them in the store this week and they sold over on eBay for $15.99 and I paid $1 a piece for them. These frames I lotted together. They were from a few different places, I think, but I probably paid maximum $1 or $2 for each of them. I lotted them together and they sold this week for $35.99. I did use keywords like ornate, gold, Hollywood Regency, Those types of keywords really work well right now. That's super hot, especially for frames. And also the word filigree. If you have any sort of scroll work on the frame, make sure you're tagging those because those are the words that will help your frames sell. Next up was this pink chenille bedspread. Now I did list that. It took me a while to get that listed actually. So it was part of a group of inventory that was just kind of sitting because I needed to wash it. I needed to make sure that I photographed it properly. So I listed that along with the other chenille robes this week. And I did have some thinning and some wear towards the bottom. So it was a really desirable color of pink. So if you're looking at chenille bedspreads and you want to know if they sell, I tend to shy away from any sort of white because unless it has really beautiful like floral decoration or a very unique design, it's really the colors that are going to sell it for you. So I took a best offer this week for this bedspread for $35, and I want to say I paid $5 for it, I believe. This vintage Chinese Mao Zedong kind of revolutionary interesting flip lighter I picked up at a yard sale over the summer, and I was told it was World War II. So I ended up using Google Lens and I was finally able to identify it. It was not as old as World War II. It kind of went back towards the Korean War era, but it sat in the store for a while, but it sold this week for $65. And I think I paid $5 for it, if I'm not mistaken. This Jimmy Swaggart piano songbook sold this week. I picked this up at that Civil War estate sale not long ago, and it was $1, and it sold this week over on eBay for $24.99. This masterpiece art game, vintage Parker Brothers from the 1970s, I picked this up in an estate sale last week. You guys saw I was able to verify the amount of pieces, the number of pieces that were in there by the instruction manual that was in the book. So some of you guys asked, how did you know it was complete? I was able to find a list of how many pieces were supposed to be inside that box. And so I was able to go through it at the sale and make sure all of the pieces, all the cards, all the money was there. So I listed that last week and it sold this week for $49.99. on eBay. Okay, speaking of that Civil War estate sale, remember those two Civil War soldier hats that I picked up? So I did some research on those and I was able, even though they looked authentic, they were actually vintage reproductions or replicas used for reenactments. Now, if they're really well made, they can still sell for pretty good money. I did pay up for them. I think I paid $20 a piece just because I was interested and I didn't want to leave them there thinking they might be these really valuable relics that I could have salvaged. So I took a chance on those. I think I paid $20. I may have paid less than that, but I got those listed after realizing that they were replicas so that I knew the price range. I listed this one high a couple of weeks ago. It got a little bit of interest, and then I ended up getting a message from somebody that let me know, hey, this is definitely a replica, but it is from the 1980s from a very renowned reenactment company that made equipment and uniforms for reenactment purposes. This is a really great item, and sent me a best offer, and I accepted for $50. So I still ended up over doubling my money. Wasn't as much as I was thinking, but I had a lot of fun trying to figure out, like, is it authentic? Isn't it authentic? And just so you know, I was able to identify it being a replica by the thread. So even though some of the hat on the inside had hand sewn threading, most of the other seams were machine threaded. So from that alone, I was able to identify that would have happened much later than in the 1800s. So that is how I was able to actually identify both of those hats as reenactment pieces. This mailbox I picked up at an estate sale over the summer. I think I paid $5 for it. I have sold mailboxes before, those big galvanized made in the USA. There's specific companies that make those mailboxes and they're very desirable. You want to pay attention to the keywords that I used because those are keywords I picked up from other people's sold listings on eBay for vintage mailboxes. And this one I took a best offer for this week for $68. These overalls I picked up at an online estate sale a couple of weeks ago. I showed you guys that whole lot of coveralls that I was able to pick up. I think I paid like $2.50 a piece for each of the pieces. This was one I knew out of all of them would be something that I would sell based on its merit, not necessarily on the fact that it's vintage or it's old, and it was in really good condition. Somebody sent me a best offer this week for $20 for those, and I took it. This pewter Victorian house I picked up at that Millionaire's estate sale a couple of weeks ago, and I listed it and it sold really quickly. And one of the reasons it sold really quickly was based on the keywords that I used. So I actually listed it, and there were other similar listings that had not sold and were selling for a lot less, but I got a little bit creative and tagged it for Halloween and for Hocus Pocus. So I used the terms Halloween, Hocus Pocus house, old Victorian, and it sold, I think, same day for $19.99, and I paid $5 for it, or $2.50. Around that. Okay, this I picked up, and I wasn't exactly sure what it was when I picked it up. I had no idea actually, but it just had that unique look. And so through Google Lens, I was actually able to identify it as a kerosene lamp base. And it was unusual because of the coloring. It was white. A lot of the other kerosene lamp bases that I had seen on eBay were like cast iron or wrought iron. And this one had a white patina with like green finish on it. And so I listed that on eBay a couple of weeks ago, and it sold this week for $38.99. So all in all, we've had a really good week. It took about a week and a half, I would say, or more, for the store to rebound after my time away for vacation. And I'm not able to say whether all of you out there who also sell on eBay noticed the similar type of slowdown, because it was ramping up for me and then it went slow a little bit and then it's picked back up this week. So I was really excited for all of these sales and super excited to share some of those that I picked up on videos, just report back to you what they sold for, what they were at all, and what kind of profit I made. So I wish you guys the best of luck. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this. I know that I like watching people's solds. It encourages me, it gives me momentum, it gives me the confidence I need to go out and buy. And so when I see videos, when I used to watch eBay resellers on YouTube, and I still do, but before I was really reselling and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, that was the most encouraging part to me, was seeing what things actually sold. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, that you guys enjoyed coming along with me to these estate sales today, and I will see you guys again next time.